Today is a new day to start again. Take each moment one by one and do the best you can. Yesterday doesn't matter, it only serves as a ladder. Tomorrow isn't guaranteed, so make your plans accordingly. Today is a new day to start again. Take each moment one by one and do the best you can. Grand Rising, today is a new day to start again. It is 12/28/2024. Getting kind of exciting. 3 days away from New Year's Eve. 2025, here we come. 3 days, a lot can happen in 3 days. I don't really pay attention to anything I actually have been turned off completely. Sometimes I turn off of basically everything. And all I will hear is what other people say in day-to-day stuff. Yesterday was another peculiar day. Peculiar is a peculiar word. Try to say that. Peculiar. Peculiar. All right, let's not get stuck down on that one. Fasting is kind of like not talking. You figure out that whatever you eat, drink, or say, it will ultimately be better if you don't. That's one thing I've heard from people that got into fasting is, first of all, you don't have to eat. You're allowed to be hungry. It's totally fine. You're not hurting your body when your body is hungry. Every once in a while, you need to eat. You need to eat when you have the ability to eat. But it's something that we should learn to use to help strengthen us, honestly. Your body is very powerful. It's working without us. So I've talked a lot about, I'm going off script for just a second. I've talked a lot about whenever you breathe, but then you forget that you're breathing, which is most of the time, because most of the time you're not thinking about your breathing and you're breathing anyways. That's the same thing with the rest of your body, and it's using the air, honestly. It's using the surroundings and what you're putting your attention into. So all of that is healing. I don't know why I went that way, but what I was saying was sometimes whenever you remove like eating and drinking altogether, you allow yourself, and that also goes to talking in public and speaking. Don't say what you need to say all the time. Just let it go. It's probably better that you don't. Every once in a while you need to, and that's when it's impactful, hopefully. It's the wrong way whenever you look back. You're looking the wrong way. You're leaving yourself open. I'm not saying that you shouldn't look back, but you are leaving yourself open. So I like to talk about Minecraft because it's a game that I related with a lot, actually, during my journey. And as an adult person, I was playing that game quite a bit. I was doing it like trying to create a dad world for my kids so I can interact with my kids. But in a lot of ways, I was just going crazy with this unlimited creativity that you have with Minecraft. And I just got really into it. And one thing that you find out if you're playing like survival mode is you can't leave your back ever, because a creeper will come and blow everything up, even if you feel like you're very secure with your life. So, don't want to look back for too long. Like, you don't want to get into the chest and start looking at stuff and leaving yourself open for too long because you don't have any protection. And the other one that you'll run into is they didn't know any better. Like, whenever you look back on things that are from the history, you will say they didn't know any better. Someone knew better. Somebody somewhere knew better. So when you look at things that are obviously deception, somebody was the deceiver. There was this kid I used to be. He really wanted to change the world. I remember him. And now that I'm in where my old stomping grounds were when I was a kid, I do start to see little glimpses of who I was. And I wanted to help. I had sincerity. I believed that I had a lot of sincerity. The first step to any solution is identifying the problem. Unsolvable problems are category errors. Does not compute. Please rephrase your question. Come, senators, congressmen, please heed the call. Don't stand in the doorway, don't block up the hall. So that's a category error. We don't want congressmen or senators, I don't think. Or maybe we just need to redefine them like we redefine love and everything else. But we have category errors right now for sure. You say you want a revolution, but your comrades are hoarding toilet paper. Like the people that we're going to fight this revolution with, they're over there stacking toilet paper in a cart. How long can you hold your breath? How often do you test that? Can you make someone smile? Can you make them laugh? Can you make them mad on purpose? Do you understand who I am? Have you heard of the Hegelian dialectic? It's even hard to say. Hegelian dialectic. Most people probably have not heard of it. I heard it a lot, and I tried to find out what it means, and I still really don't understand it. But in a nutshell, that's my new thing, nutshells. I try to summarize. The Hegelian dialectic is from a guy named Hegel, which honestly, I think all this stuff is lore, but his interpretation of language or of encounters, his psychology of humans on an individual basis is when we encounter someone else. In that encounter, there is an immediate, because of how I think it's from our language, but because it is dialectic is what it's talking about, but it requires in that one to be established as superior or dominant and the other as, so basically master slave. Just in the way the language, in every approach, there is a full establishment from the onset. And from that point, it's just a matter of what happens moving forward. But I can't really explain it, though. I don't really understand it. They call it the Hegelian dialectic, and it's basically what structures our chain of command, I think is how I'm kind of putting it into my head. The superior, the masculine over feminine, actually. I remember I was in a college course and they were talking pretty extensively about how the masculine of our language really sets things in order for our society. That's lost in the weeds. I've already lost everybody, so let's just keep moving forward. The establishment of boundaries, too, is what we are trying to do whenever we first encounter. There's not really code breaking. You shouldn't hold your breath longer than necessary. And don't breathe more than you should. Same with speaking. Don't talk more than you should. You're just going to get yourself in trouble. If it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck, what is a duck? In a nutshell, it's a bird. Do you think of duck as a bird? Foul. Foul ball. I was fouled. You flopped. Blew out my flip-flop. Stepped on a pop-top. Cut my heel. The heel of the foot is pretty important part of your body. Do you neglect it? I do. Shouldn't your soul get your attention? I got nowhere to sing tonight. The place that I sing at isn't doing the singing. So I think I'm just gonna sing in my house and practice and try to just make it a thing, though. I think trying to come up with things for me to look forward to will help my attitude during the day. So I have had to struggle through some attitude things, and attitude is everything is my mantra. So I need to work on that. And one of the ways I think that will help me by doing that is, it's kind of like making my bed. Make my bed every day. I talked about that in a previous video. But to take it the next step, after you make your bed, come up with whatever plan it is that you want to make. You just really need one thing, I think. And I think it's probably good to have something projected out, you know, maybe a few months out. That could be a thing of something you look forward to. But tomorrow isn't guaranteed. Give yourself something to look forward to and give it attention. Make it a thing. Like in a nutshell, the Tao is great. Do great. Be great. These videos are really helping me. I actually got excited to do this morning and several other mornings in the last session or so of when I've been on my streak. And I do want to take the next step with them. I'd like to make them a little bit, I don't know, add some more flair to them. Since I'm putting this much effort, you might as well just add something more. So, I don't know, I'm going to start, but I want it to be organic and I want it to be genuine. I do want these to be less than 10 minutes. So, sorry for the longer video today. Hope everybody has an awesome day out there. We are at, what was it? I don't even remember the days. We are the 28th, so 31 is not very far away. I think that everything's going to be okay. We're going to roll into the next year, and it'll be 2025, and we got obviously some electoral stuff to go through. I'm not going to watch it. I'm just going to turn it off. So you guys do that, and if anybody sees anything big happening, you can leave a comment in here. I'm going to try to do videos every day, and I'll say, okay. I'm trying to get ready for whatever's going to happen, but I think we're all going to be good. I have a feeling that there's a lot of money. Somebody made a comment about that's been saved up by other people, and I have a feeling like hopefully people strategically use that money to the betterment of our realm, because it is our realm. We have a lot more control, I think, than we lead ourselves to believe through our Hegelian dialectic. I said I was done. Do great, be great, have an awesome day.